Hey everyone, KIC here, and assuming the game doesn't crash on me, I'm going to show you what I've been working on for the last couple of game days, and I'm kind of showing you, I guess you could say well, it's a little more than a foundation, but this is going to be the bottom floor of something that's either going to get torn apart by zombies or prove to be somewhat useful when it comes to shooting them through the bars that I have placed everywhere. So I ended up just building this kind of, I don't know, it's like a kind of a 7 by 9, yet not exactly, little building. I have some, I'd say curved walls, but obviously they're not curved, they're just angled, so I didn't go with straight sides. And yes, it's a little symmetrical, but that's because the human eye likes symmetry. It's quite simple, it's nothing more exciting than that. Now if you'll forgive me for a moment here, I do need to work on a few things while I am kind of showing you what I've been up to. I have no idea how many I'm going to need, so you know what, let's just do all of them. So that's what I've been working on. That obviously is not going to be the entire building, we'll call it. This is just the first floor. It's meant for fending off zombie attacks. I'm actually going to build up a little bit. I'm not sure how high exactly. 1 floor, 2 floor, not sure. So I can kind of show you where I'm at right now. This is about where I left off last time actually. So I did put some crates up just so I could kind of get up and down easily without breaking my leg again. Since I actually broke it, or I think I broke it, maybe I only sprained it, but I definitely injured it. Let's say if it wasn't day 11, then it was day 10. So I'm kind of just in the grasslands area here, and if you look way across over there, you can see the road there, and on the other side is, I don't know, because I haven't been there, but if I were to go way over here, and you just can't really see that far, then if you recall, then somewhere over there, right about there, is a small city. Now, with any luck, I haven't managed to get myself lost, and I can actually find out where I was. Pretty sure there's a little tunnel down there from a dog. I'm not sure if any zombies are going to spawn at this time because I have killed a lot of them while I've been running around out here. So this is kind of the area I'm at. As I said, I was going to do something different. I didn't build on stilts. I built a structure that's right smack dab in the middle of things. I was actually going to build up here, well, up high, but as it turns out, building up on this ridge right here would have been the best choice. However, as you can see, I've kind of turned it into a work area. I've got a couple of forges. That one has a cement mold. That one has an iron ingot mold. And I have a box to store all my junk. Now, I couldn't tell you how many iron ingots I've gone through at this point, at least a full stack. So that I have 59 of them sitting around. Well, let me show you why. Because I have been tunneling, digging, etc. around in here. You can see I have a few torches in places, not everywhere. There's obviously lots of coal deposits, and I've kind of cleaned this out. This was all, I'm pretty sure it was solid. This is the most recent excavation I was doing, and it just goes straight back at this point. There was a couple of coal blocks that dropped down, so not entirely sure what's up there, if anything. So this is kind of one area that I've been mining. And I'm going to show you right quick, well this is just kind of the extension of that. And I haven't pulled every iron mineral out of the sides just yet, but this is kind of the other one I was working on. This was where I was getting all of my stone so I could make cobblestone. So this would actually serve really well as kind of a backup bunker. And I thought about putting a door down here just to kind of fulfill that purpose. But I haven't actually needed to hide at this point. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of zombies running around at me at night, but it wasn't anything a hammer, a shotgun, and a crossbow couldn't hold off. So this is kind of what I have right now, and I'm going to take a break, and when I join you again on the next time, I'll be a little further along in kind of putting some of this stuff together. So I see that guy walking way up top over there too, and I'm going to ignore him. So overnight, I had to go chop a few more trees down because I didn't have anywhere near enough wood to continue building in here. So I ended up putting a pillar in the middle here. I actually had the whole, I'm going to call it ceiling slash floor, in place before I put the pillar down, but I put it down just kind of to be safe. Not still entirely sure that this building is structurally sound, so I thought just kind of to err on the side of caution. Oh, I hate putting these down, by the way. I can never make out what direction it's facing. I think that's the... Nope. That was not the correct way. That one is. There we go. So, anyway, I ended up putting that down just kind of to play it safe. If it turns out I didn't need to do it, well, it's not a big deal because that bottom floor is really just meant for protection. And I guess technically structural integrity. So if I have minimal... I did it again. Sorry. There's something about one of these sides that I can never see it quite right. Not you, not you. You're still not right. I need to look at it from another angle, apparently, because I completely missed it as it went by. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. Yeah, you should have seen me when I was trying to put all this stuff down. It was pretty ridiculous. I looked like a complete fool, constantly rotating and doing things wrong and then having to put them back down again. And I probably should have been double stacking these since I basically made enough to double stack. I'm going to need more, but it's enough that I can kind of get started. Yeah, see, now here comes the fun part. I can't see them when they're stacked on top of each other. I promise I won't subject you guys to my building techniques, because half the time I'm winging it anyway. I mean, I have a general idea of how the structural integrity works, and whether I decide to do anything about it or build up to its expectations, that can be a whole other story entirely. Now, I do know that I have not done anything to protect myself from spider zombies at this point. And in fairness, well, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I did start making... I thought I started. Maybe I thought I was going to. I thought I had started making some trussing, but I did not. So, for now, here, let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. It's amazing how one less click actually does make a difference. And I can only presume that the nail gun, when it's introduced, will be that much nicer because it takes yet one more click out of it. Now, at some point I was going to upgrade all of the bottom walls to the metal reinforced cobblestone. I just haven't done that yet. As I showed you, I do have a fair amount of iron ingots, but I have not done anything about upgrading the walls. I had started doing that. I actually had a bunch of alloy. Is that what it is? It's not alloy. I don't know, whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called. In my inventory. And I'm not going to have enough cobblestones to do all of these guys, so I'll at least get the bases and whatever else I happen to get. But as it so happens, I ended up using it so I could make more frames. Turned it into pipes, etc., etc. So this is kind of what I'm looking at right now. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, even though I know this will at some point annoy a zombie, I'm just going to go ahead and put some torches up just to have a little light up here. So I'll have to add some more, I can do that. Not sure how I'm going to do the ladders in here. I ended up going with ladders because it's easier to plan for ladders instead of big staircases. And I don't know if I can upgrade this stuff when I have things hanging on them like torches and ladders, so I guess I'll find out. But I think the plan at this point is see how much I can cram into one floor. I can definitely put forges on one side, I can put crates on another, and I can still have room in the middle for maybe a cooking fire or two, mattress or a sleeping bag, that sort of stuff. And I would like to since I kind of built this with the idea in mind of being able to defend it from all angles, I'm going to do something, and I'm not quite sure what that looks like just yet. It might end up being that I kind of extend this out a little bit. Like I said, I was thinking about making some trussing to kind of protect myself from spider zombies. The trussing, I believe you can shoot through with firearms, so that would give me an additional kind of defense system where I could stand on top and shoot at guys right below me. And obviously I have the iron bars in place, so I can shoot at them from down here, but sometimes it might be better to be up top. And if I really get crazy, at some point I wouldn't mind doing some sort of connecting bridge over here. I don't think that'd be too difficult. It'd just be a matter of basically just making a bridge, really. Popping some blocks down, and I wouldn't connect it necessarily. I might leave it open a space or two and require a frame to get by. But for now, that's what I kind of have going on. And obviously I need to go get a bunch more stone so I can make some cobblestone. That's so boring and time consuming. I actually get kind of tired of doing that. So I'll end up doing a bunch of that off camera. That way you don't have to be subjected to me digging for hours and hours at a time. But so far, the little fortification has proved itself to be okay. I had a couple of hornets and a few zombies come by while I was putting frames up and doing that sort of thing. So I'll just kind of keep working on that, and I'm hoping in the next game day or so to kind of have made a little bit of progress on that, and then I'll be able to just kind of get back to doing whatever again. I can go exploring or go check out the city a little bit more. I mean, I guess that kind of falls under the auspices of exploring, but you know, it just, there's a lot of options at this point, so not quite sure where I'm going to go from here, but I do want to, at the very least, finish that. I'm going to call it the first floor, because the ground floor, well, it's basically done and it doesn't really count. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and keep working on some of this stuff, so when I catch you, it'll probably be game day 14, and should the feral horde arrive before I'm all done with this stuff, that's when I'm going to join you, because I'm really curious to see how this holds up to a feral horde. So for now, I need to go put a bunch of metal trussing on this thing so I can protect myself from spider zombies and give me a chance to shoot at guys. And with that, I will catch you on the next episode. So thanks for watching. See you later.